my mom your email or whatever?
No, she didn't. I said I could do that, and she didn't say yes or no. She was just listening, and she didn't say yes or no, nothing. She just listened to everything what I told her, and then I said I can do that if you want, and she didn't say yes or no. So I figured that maybe that night or something, or next day that you guys were going to talk together when I wasn't, like, you know, right there, and then she was going to give you her decision, because
at least he's the devil we know.
that's one thing I don't push on anybody. I said I wouldn't mind sending you a couple things, and I understand how it is where people like to be private. I would, and if that's how your mom didn't want to give some stranger an address, because like for all she knows, you know, I'm a crazy man. You got to remember, a lot of crazy people, you don't know they're crazy because they're so good at being crazy that you think they're normal until, you know, something happens. I mean, some of the most craziest people you don't know are crazy. You know what I mean, or no?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, like, look at Ted Bundy. Look at Ted Bundy. There's an example. Everybody thought Ted Bundy was the most greatest guy in the world. Anybody that knew him loved the guy, man. Same with John Wayne Gacy. Everybody loved that guy, man. That's how those guys have the charm to get the people, though. But I mean, and then you look on the other side of the coin, and they were dark, evil. Not just dark, but evil.
Or Jimmy Jones.
If you're gonna talk about the word evil, you could put it to those guys. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're gonna live here, so I'll look at the channel. I gotta hit mute. There we are. Right.
Hey, listen, I sent you that video about that guy who like believes that thing about the second son.
Oh yeah.
It's not the guy that believes it that's narrated in the video either. It's some guy who found it on the internet. That was on your Sheep Squatch video, I think. I'm not too sure. So you might want to check that.
You know how you have your chat room, and then when you go back to your video, you can check your chat room and see if people talk. Well, I just typed in my I just typed in my email address in the chat room, so. You want to drop me a line or let me know or whatever. I don't know. I said I can't remember exactly what I said to your mom. Something about giving you my email. Well, there it is. But like I said, she didn't say yeah, send it. So I wasn't gonna like say, well, here it is. You know, I don't like to force nothing because, like I said, like I wouldn't get my address.
That's why
I did for Land, Air, Sea, and Canada. I did because he sent me. Bigfoot sticker, a Bigfoot notepad, and this thing from the museum. Like, yeah, so that was pretty cool of them. I looked up the notepad on Amazon because I was like, I thought I'd seen one of these Bigfoot notepads before. And I looked it up on Amazon, and on Amazon, like, doesn't mean that's what it's worth, but on Amazon they were selling for like anywhere from $20 to $30 that notepad. That's ridiculous. I could see buying it somewhere for $5, but not. I would pay 25, 20. I would even pay $10 for it unless I was drunk and wanted it. Oh, here we go.
that
For your own safety, remove
It's not time for safety.
Oh yeah, I'll give you a thumbs up. I forgot.
It's time for action.
Sometimes I forget to do the thumbs up when I'm watching live. I don't if I watch the video and it's just me watching. Nobody's not talking. Pretty good at thumbs up.
That's why I just go by Bob. Because there's a million Bobs out there.
Oh yeah, no joke.
There's a million.
That's a popular name. You might just well be called Mike, Bob. Those are probably the most popular names. Last name super popular would be Smith. There's too many Smiths in North America. That's because, you know, hundreds of years ago when they used to, you didn't have a last name, and the way they gave you a last name was what your job was or where you lived. So there would have been an awful lot of Smiths. during the Dark Ages. My God, that's all they did. They must have been like, I don't know, God, we didn't even know how many would have been back then. An awful lot of blacksmiths. They built everything they needed. And everybody was always fighting, so they always needed a sword. Plus they could build all the stuff that farmers needed for farm tools. They must have made a shit ton of money, blacksmiths.
Okay, so my brother did that Ancestry.com thing.
Oh yeah.
Turns out we're related to Napoleon. Can't choose your family, I guess. You know? If you could, I wouldn't choose him.
You gotta understand, also. He wasn't the greatest guy, but everything written by him, you gotta remember, was written by his enemies, because they won. So they're not telling you very many good stuff, they're just telling you all the bad. So, but if you were to talk to people on the other side of the coin, he's beloved.
Warned. Mere mortals cannot control the crown. I did not wish
the
to
people that
harm
beat
you.
him hated his guts, man, so they're not going to say a nice
hand.
word about him. And then all the stuff written about him in the textbooks are by those people.
Something I will give you that is personal. Napoleon was not French. He ruled over the French, but he wasn't French.
He was like from like one of those Spanish islands that were owned by the French, Corsica or something like that. Yeah, so he was like his blood would be technically Spanish or Italian or something like that.
He was Italian.
Yeah, okay, Italian. Yeah, it was one of those islands that the French owned, but it used to belong to the country they conquered from, and that country still spoke their original language. So, yeah, they looked down at him. I know, and he got teased in school because he was shorter and he wasn't pure French. You know, he wasn't born like the other kids that went to the rich schools that he went to. They're all like. Their fathers were all like, you know, really rich people born in France and all, you know, mostly in Paris. So Napoleon had to work that much harder to just, but he was good. I mean, he was just naturally gifted. He was gifted in school. Like, school was just so simple to him.
Dad,
everything he did he was good at. Some people are like that in life.
Now you know a personal fact about me that nobody else outside of watching this video knows.
My dad's side of his family, they had to flee and they came to North America because they were getting their heads chopped off by the French.
Yeah.
So, that's how it goes. I don't think anybody... I don't know, like where Rob lives on the last island in the entire world that speaks Gaelic. It's the last one in the whole world that has, the whole island is Gaelic. I didn't know that.
I sense apprehension, Jackson.
That makes sense, because Rob's has a whole bunch of videos where he's singing in Gaelic and he's talking in Gaelic, and he has other ones where he's saying all these common words and he'll say it in Gaelic. He'll like go apple and then he'll say the word in Gaelic and then he'll say, you know, like house and he'll say the word in Gaelic. That was way before I knew him. I was making those videos.
Excellent.
Yeah, he sings this song in Gaelic and I used it in one of my Christmas videos. I'm pretending that he's using alien language. That's how weird the language sounds, because you don't hear Gaelic very often. That's for sure. You don't hear it around here. Like I said, it's the only island left in the whole world. Speak Gaelic. He didn't even tell me that too. I looked it up on him because he gave me his address the other day. Because I told him, I said, "Remember when I had your address when I sent you that hat and toque and the shirt?" I said, "I don't know where the hell it is. It's in one of my emails somewhere. So just send it to me again." So he did.
Even if we
Then I looked it up on
Kronika's
Wiki,
power now likely exceeds
and
the
I was
might
reading
of our
about his
combined
island and
Matt,
all that.
could you write down
It's
that
really
email?
interesting.
Rethink using
That's Cryptic's
Shinnok's
email.
amulet.
I can't hear him, so
We
can you
cannot
tell me
kiss
what he's saying?
I've seen
No, it
what you
says
can
it
do with it.
right there.
No, I don't mind. I'll say it right to him. I'm not worried.
You weren't even at full
Okay,
strength.
it's cryptic with a C. If he, you know, if he, like it's like C case. I'm gonna spell the letters. Okay, here we go. It's C-R-Y-P.
Despite Kronika's advantages,
I
we must
see
attack as soon as we know the keep's location.
underscore
It's been hours since we heard from the Grandmaster.
C-O-W
Come back.
They must.
B-O-Y. All one word, cowboy. And it's at hotmail.com. So cryptic underscore cowboy at hotmail.com.
Got it.
Okay.
For some reason, Bob, sometimes people want to spell cryptic with a K. I don't know why. I can understand if you're playing Mortal Kombat, because everything's K's.
What? Yeah, I need help putting the earphones back on. So, like I was saying, if I lived in Italy, which I don't, my last name would be very common. That's what I've been told by my brother. He's a lot of us.
Why not use Charon's fleet?
That place gets really hot in summer.
The fleet's bound to
I don't think I'd enjoy Italy in the summer. It's like really hot. It must have sucked being a slave back then.
And I tan easily too. So that would suck. You are correct.
It'd be cool to go there though, because I really like the Roman Empire. Like I studied it off and on, you know, since high school. Really like it. So I'd enjoy that.
It looks like Charon is home. Perhaps hosting some.
And I'd like to go and see anything that's like a megalith, like giant structures that nobody can explain how they were built, or who built them. I like to watch.
Are you
check those out
certain
too.
Charon will aid us?
They have somewhere in my province. They have some Indian burial mounds, the great big ones, like they do in the States. But the problem is, my province is really big, so it could, if it's like far away, like that could be really far, because like my province, man, is bigger than Sweden, than the whole country of Sweden.
Really?
Yeah. Like Canada's got more, less people and more territory than the United States, but the reason we have a lot of north that's just all woods, and farther you go, and that turns into like tundra and ice. Not really nice to live there, so we don't build cities there. Nobody wants to live there. Hey, this ever look cool? This chick is nasty.
Oh, I didn't play the last game, so I don't know.
She's that insect one, right?
You fight for lost
I told you.
Insect.
I don't know. I didn't play the
Oh
last game.
Dude, yeah, that's her. Yeah, she's nasty, but she's fun. She's fun to use too. I forgot. That's another character I like to use.
What?
She's dirty. Really dirty.
Step on you toe. I'm gonna do some.
He won't let you get in. Good one to kill if you use your range attacks. Tough one to get right in there. She's got so much offense.
It's gonna be tricky for me because you know you can see how I fight and how much I'm. Oh yeah. There you go. So my most viewed video is actually, I aimed it toward the TV. And it got like thousands of views. You and I are in the same boat, basically. Only you don't, I don't have near as many subscribers as you do. So.
Yeah, Travis used to be one of my subscribers. He had a different channel, and then I think it got deleted. I don't know why. And then he had this video that I really liked. He's eating pizza, right?
Right.
And every slice of pizza he's eating, it's great big, looks like an extra large in front of him. And every slice he's eating them like he's like the king. And he's eating it all proper, like. And he's got his pinky sticking out as he's eating it. He's got all his 3 fingers and thumb holding the crust, and his pinky sticking out like he's like rich, drinking a cup of tea and all the rich do that. Well, he got an amazing amount of thumbs down, and all the people in the comments are saying things like, "You think you're so much better than us eating pizza?" And they're like really angry comments. And I liked it.
You told me the story, but I can't believe that, man.
Yeah, so then that's how me and him, and then he told me he's watching one of my Slappy videos or whatever, right? So, yeah, he does some videos with one of those drones aerial videos. I like watching them, no lie. They're short and sweet, where I can no more than like 5 minutes or so. And my God, he gets some pretty good footage. And who doesn't like looking at aerial footage? So, some really cool places. Randy, he's pretty active. Like I said, every Saturday and Sunday comes on YouTube live around 5, 6 o'clock your time, my time. If you're not doing something sometime on a Saturday or a Sunday around 6 o'clock, hop on, see Randy's channel's live. A lot of time me and Travis are there, and sometimes Rob in the chat room.
Yeah, we should do that. We should talk like the whole R team, you know?
Yeah, we had 3 of us in there with Randy, so the total 4 was the only ones missing were you and Bucky and Games and Greens.
Games and Greens, you said, doesn't do anything on Sunday other than his wife and daughter.
He's usually on Monday to Friday, sometimes in the morning and sometimes just a couple hours before supper. And he's never on at night. He's never on when it's Randy's comes on. Because, and he's usually on also around the same time you come on, to be honest with you. A lot of times I've said to you, oh, Games and Greens is on too. And I popped over and said hello to him and said, I'm talking to Bob. No, he's not on today.
I started early, so I can write and get my shit done.
Yeah, I'm having homemade spaghetti tonight, so it's probably around. I was hoping. I was like, I don't know when Bob's gonna give me a show here on the PlayStation. I was like, I hope it's sooner than later because around 4:30 at the latest is when I want to eat my homemade spaghetti. So this is cool. It'll work out fine. We got lots of time. We got lots of time to write.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I told you, man, in the summer, if you give me a shout, I might forget. I could be outside and totally forget, because the summer changes, you know, you're not sitting in the house so much. Outside, actually, because the weather's nice, and I got a pool, too, so I'm up there at the pool. with the dog. And so if I ever forgot you didn't see me at all on a Wednesday, don't think something happened to me or anything. Just try me again on a Thursday if you're bored.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, that's just saying, it'll happen here and there, you know, not often.
That's the old Scorpion.
Yeah, I like the old Scorpion.
Why is there an old one and a new one, Cryptic?
I don't know, because he never dies. Same with Sub-Zero. The originals are always... I don't know, maybe they... Who knows?
Cryptic doesn't know, I don't know.
Maybe they sold their souls or something, so they always come to life for these tournaments. I don't know, but they're always here since Mortal Kombat, the original, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang,
to save yourself,
Scorpion,
you must do the same.
Fight. Is that it? I don't know, maybe this one. Oh, Jax. I think Jax is from the original.
Yeah, Jax.
Yeah, Jax.
Johnny Cage. You forgot Johnny Cage.
I'm not a big fan of Johnny.
I love me some Johnny. Did you see? You said you didn't like the original movie though, so.
No.
So that doesn't surprise me. Because Johnny was like the best part in the whole darn thing.
Yeah, I look forward to those movies. I look forward to that one and Street Fighter. I'm not gonna lie, when they were first gonna come out, I couldn't wait to watch it. And then when I did, I was like, what?
You want to know something that makes Street Fighter a little bit more badass? Just a little bit. The guy who was playing Bison had cancer, right?
I didn't know.
You know Bison, the villain.
No, I know who he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the last boss.
The guy who was playing him had cancer, and he did all his own stunts though. Everything in there, that was all him.
I grew up, Bob, on people that did their own stunts. Seriously. All that shit, growing up as a little kid in the 70s and 80s, man, most of those actors back then did their own. Not all of them, but most of them. You know, like that. I think the only one that I ever know that stands out that didn't do his own and always had a double was William Shatner. William Shatner, I don't think he'd jump over a fence. He'd get a double to do it.
I can't even tell you the double's name.
To save yourself, you must
Fred Newbins.
Who?
Shatner. Shatner's double's name's Fred Newbins.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of Americans don't know that Shatner's Canadian. I've talked to so many Americans in my life, I'm not talking like on YouTube, and they're all like, yeah, race and American. I'm like, are you serious?
Help me out again.
Captain Kirk's a Canadian.
Yeah.
Now, Spock's an American, and the rest of them are all Americans. Except for, I don't know if Scotty's born in Scotland, or he's just an American that can do the Scottish accent. I don't know. That's something I don't know. I think I know the answer, and I forgot it. So I probably knew it. Right?
Yeah, good.
I'm gonna look it up.
Still in my spot whenever I get up.
His real name is James Doohan. Hope that helps.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I know most of the names. Oh, he's born in Vancouver.
Oh, he's Canadian.
Born in Canada, so we got James, Kirk, and Scotty are Canadians. I didn't know that. I think I knew it, but I forgot.
Scotty killed a bunch of people too.
Everybody likes Scotty, the young Scotty. He was a tough guy, man, on the original Star Trek. He was one of the best guys he was one of the toughest guys with his fist.
Again, thanks
for
pointing me in that direction of the Star Trek continues. That was
Oh,
really.
did you enjoy it? I told you that's just like watching the old one. I was set back, Bob. I told you I was like,
I let go
this
my
is
rage.
good, and I am hooked. And I wish this was on. If that was on TV, I would clear my schedule to watch whatever day of the week it came on. I'd clear my schedule to watch it every single week. Oh my God! I don't know how nobody out there in TV land did not pick that up and turn it into a TV show with all them guys. They had such awesome guest stars in the cast. You know who Scotty, right? You know who he is, don't you? Right on.
Who is Scotty? From
From Star Trek Continues.
Who is he?
He's the son of the real Scotty.
Really?
Yep.
Scotty's son, huh?
Yep, that's Scotty's son in real life. That's his dad, is the real Scotty. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Everything about that show is cool. The more you find out about it, the more things pop up that are cool. Like when I heard about Lou Ferrigno, I was like, sign me up, man. I want to check out what Lou Ferrigno looks like now. And he's still huge. He's still a monster. He'd still kill me and everybody I know, except for my dad. Because my dad's a black belt. I'm sorry, I know Lou's big, but I don't care how big you are. You know, martial arts, you always beat everybody up that you big.
I know. I have a friend with CP that has a yellow belt.
That's cool. Good for him. Or her. Whatever.
It's a him. But I've been trying to get him on the show. He's my friend I've been telling you about, but...
Yeah. Okay, that's the guy you mentioned before.
Yeah.
Buddy.
He's a big... I'll tell you next time in our cooldown period because, you know,
Yeah.
there's some shit I want. He's a good guy, though. You'd like him.
So I wonder how much more you have to go through this story. I guarantee you you're going to get a PlayStation badge for it. Or a trophy, I mean.
It's your wife
When you're done.
and child. Harumi and Satoshi were stolen from me. Murdered. Seeing them again is all that matters. We share this pain. I fought through hell to end it. But Kronika's new era is not the remedy. She would resurrect Shinnok, the same devil who brought death to our family and clan. He cannot be allowed to return.
I'm sorry, I'm listening to the story.
I'm watching and I'm just sitting here watching. I'm not doing anything except for my eyes were right on there watching.
Help me keep
And I was
them
thinking it's
promise.
getting pretty quiet. I wonder if Bob's wondering if I'm still here.
No. We're both
No,
just
I
sitting
don't-
here watching the story.
Yeah, there's lots of times where I'm quiet when I'm watching. Oh, there she is again.
Well, there he goes. He's dead.
Poison.
Kronika knew your past sins would distract you.
Yeah, no.
This one ends
Devorah's
your
Now.
Because I can't hear because I got it on mute. When it's the real Scorpion, things get a little more on the serious, I guess you could say.
Raiden
He's a
is
tough
at the
guy.
Fire Gardens.
Mostly if you really know his
Karan's
moves.
aid.
My God.
Bring Raiden's army
I've seen some people
to
that
the
would...
keep. You
My God, were
must.
they good. They kicked my butt.
You have my
Not that I'm
word.
any super duper good. I'm just saying, like... there's some people that are really good with Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Are worthy. It's
I know how to make Johnny Cage work for his money.
that makes them warriors.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like I told you before, I like that Total Khan. I had him mastered. I knew all of his brutalities, fatalities. Like even, and what was the other one? there was brutality, fatality, and one other one you could do with them.
Your Shaolin master.
Something about where you use it's like a screen fatality where you use an item on the screen, like you do a special move and then he gets killed by some item on the screen, like maybe a tree.
Is there any word from
Grandmaster
Grandmaster
something. I don't know.
No.
What the hell was those?
If we do not hear soon, I will return to the Nether Realm.
My favorites are suicides.
Yeah, they didn't have that.
They had that for Deception, I think it was. Yeah, you ever play Deception?
The Shirai you are indeed restored.
Why are you here?
They must not have kept it for the rest of the games. But yeah, they did have something called Suicides, where you could actually kill your own guy. It was pretty entertaining to watch.
Impossible to believe.
You can kill your own guy and follow. You can like climb up real high and jump, hit the ground, you're dead. Or you can explode. Sometimes you can explode, fly way up in the air, and come crashing down, like long gone dead before you hit the ground. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a video maybe tomorrow. I want to show off some things in Fallout. You can take a peek maybe if you want, if you see a new video up of mine that says anything about Fallout, because I got this power armor I'm really, really happy about. It's limited edition, and it looks so cool. It looks like,
I will end you.
I don't know what it looks like. It just looks cool. It's like weird to explain. Black and silver. I'll make a video. Plus I can show you my base. I made a brand new base. It's pretty cool. In the game, Bob, you can sell to other players. You got like vending machines, and you can like sell like items you don't use or valuable items to other players who want to buy it. It's really different.
Not for nothing, but I was listening to NASA's budget report. And their plan till 2024. I left it on your channel.
No, I watched a little bit of it, and it's just like all it reminded me of was the when I used to believe them and the videos I used to watch of them, when I used to love them. And all it did was just left a bad taste in my mouth. It was just like, I've already smelt this shit. I was stupid enough to even lick that shit. So I know what it tastes like, I know what it smells like, and I'll watch a little bit of it to see if there's something there, and there was nothing. It was all goddamn propaganda. It was just all propaganda.
You know how much money they're giving NASA this year?
No.
1.6 billion.
Yeah, well, they gotta figure out how to do some stuff that's important because they want the moon. They want the moon bad. But they can't get humans there until they get past that goddamn radiation belt. Van Allen radiation belt, they know it. They can't even go any higher than the goddamn space station. Because right above that, a couple hundred feet above that's the Van Allen radiation belt. You can't go past that. That's until I see a live feed. A bunch of really smart internet people that can, like, you know, like the people that know when shit's fake. I gotta see proof. I haven't seen proof. I thought I saw proof before the internet. Before YouTube. I believe that. All those stuff. But then now I see it, it's proved. All that shit was filmed in the studio. It's proven. And then when they tell NASA that, NASA says, well, we did make some backup stuff because we didn't know if all the footage would have came through because it was going to be a live feed. Well, why didn't you never said that before? I mean, now they're coming out with a new lie after a new lie after a new lie. The technology is catching up to the truth. That should be my T-shirt. Technology is catching up to the truth. And then have a nice big picture of the moon. And the thing is, if I said this stuff, Bob, 20, 30 years ago, I'm crazy and nobody's going to believe it and they're going to think there's something wrong with me. You say it now, and only a few people think that. Now a lot of people are like, well, show me the proof, and I'll be like, alright. Watch a video on YouTube called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. Just watch that. The whole thing. And then when you're all done, you'll never be the same person for the rest of your life, and you're probably gonna be either angry or you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be like, I don't like that you ruined the way I used to think, or you're gonna be like, wow. So this is what it looks like when you stick your head through the clouds.
You're saying that they're spending all that 1.6 billion on getting past the Van Allen radiation belt, eh?
Oh no, they got tons of projects. Don't get me wrong. No, they got tons of projects. They got lots of stuff that they can do that has nothing to do with having to have a man do it. I mean, they can send robots everywhere. The more and more we're getting better with technology, the more we're learning, and they can send better robots that last longer. If a robot used to last 2 years on Mars, well, that was back then. Well, now we can make a robot that can last 20 years on Mars. That's where the budget's going. They know they can't get through the Van Allen radiation belt. I'm sure they got people working on that 24 hours trying to figure it out. But, oh God, no. Probably hardly any of that budget goes towards the Van Allen radiation belt percentage. So, people trying to figure it out. But they got other projects that, like I said, that have nothing to do with an astronaut. But they do want to go to the moon. God damn it, once they get to that moon, it's going to be cha-ching, tourism, mining, selling whoever gets on the moon first will claim it. Like people in real life, not a drone. And then once people are there in real life, they'll start building bases and taking territory, and then they'll start selling parts of the moon to other countries for billions of dollars. It'll just explode. And it's sad that this stuff should have went on in the 70s. If they were on the moon in '69, then they would have, all this would have happened. You don't look at the moon and say we're not going back.
So
because you never went there. It's worth too much money to not want to go there, but they can't get through those damn belts with the ships that we have. We just can't get through it. You can't. It's really hard to get because they're going to burn so much fuel. So you can't have a great big giant heavy spaceship that's the size of like whatever. So the Van Allen radiation belts can't penetrate it. And then it's going to cost you an ungodly amount of fuel, and it probably moves slow as shit.
What do you think they're doing with the Kepler space probe?
Do you have proof of Charon's offer?
I have no idea because I really don't.
Your word
I mean,
is worthless.
I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's just that they lie. I used to believe in these guys, Bob, the same way as a little kid believes in Santa Claus when he really thinks there is a Santa Claus. That's how I was. Nothing but love and admiration for them. I had toys from NASA, I had the space shuttle. Man,
you were just what you're saying is you were just like me once. You love
Yes, but the guy that made the film that I watched, he had posters all in his bedroom of the astronauts when he was a little boy. He grew up with all the posters, so he said it hurt. He said it actually hurt. It didn't hurt me, but he said it hurt him because he said there's so much American pride and he's such a proud American and he's been really lied to. But it's a really good film.
I know.
Funny thing happened on the way to the moon.
I watched it, but
yeah.
The thing is,
You watched it?
I thought about, like I said, the Kepler space probe. If you're saying we can't get past the Van Allen radiation belt, then why even bother with the Kepler space probe?
Oh, no. Well, we can get through the Van Allen radiation belt with anything that's not living material.
So you're saying, but why bother? Those are planets we're never gonna go to.
if we can get past, if we can figure out a technology that we can safely get men through the Van Allen radiation belt, set up a base on the moon, then go from the moon to Mars, and then we'll just get better and better and better technology-wise, that we'll start colonizing all these planets in our solar system, and then we'll move out and do the next solar system. But we can't even get past 200 feet above the Earth. Yeah, 200 feet above the Earth.
You're saying we're basically looking at those planets going, that's a pretty planet, maybe we'll get there someday. Right?
Well, there's another thing, Bob, called the zoo theory or something, or hypothesis, where supposedly they think that some people say that Van Allen radiation belt keeps us in here like a prison, like a zoo. We're a zoo for an extremely advanced civilization that comes and watches us. Remember, I'm not saying this. I'm just telling you what I've heard.
I've never heard that theory. I've never heard that theory before.
Yeah, they make for really good videos to watch on YouTube when you're bored. There's some stuff I've watched, Bob, that's like, I don't believe, but it's like almost scary. There's other ones about us being used for soul harvesting. I know it makes you laugh, but when it's really dark at night at 2 in the morning and you're watching the video on YouTube...
It sounds like a Scientologist.
It's a little creepy, but that's one thing I would never be into, Scientology. I like how South Park made fun of it once.
Me too.
South Park don't hold no punches back.
That's what you reminded me of when you mentioned the zoo theory, that they were all trapped in there because they were given a chance to go in space, and they were like, no, they fucked it all up.
It's more like this. Okay, picture a human being, intelligence, and all we can do with technology versus, say, a squirrel, okay?
Okay.
Now, sure, a squirrel can build a nest in a tree and raise a family, and he knows enough to store his nuts in the winter and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The zoo thing is the same thing. Now, it's like, pretend these aliens are as intelligent as we are versus the squirrel. Now, so they built Earth, right? This is how it all goes. Not me saying it or my guess. This is how it goes. So these aliens built the Earth.
Right on.
They put a Van Allen radiation belt around it so that we can't escape, because they know that at one point our little sea monkey farm is going to get a little bigger and a little smarter. So what happens is they come in UFOs supposedly, and it's kind of like your grade 8 class. Get in your bus. We're going to go to we're going to go to the zoo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's school. We're going to take you in school, everybody get on the bus, and we're going to the zoo. Well, that's the same thing. We're saying that these aliens will show up, and some of them are scientists, some of them are security, some of them are schools coming to watch us, and they come and study civilization grow from the beginning, from a seed to where we are now, and where we will be 1,000 years from now, or unless we destroy ourselves. But like I say, that's not my guess. That's just what that zoo thing is. So that breaks it down.
I'll have to look that one up on my own.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is, basically.
But yeah,
in a nutshell. That's in a nutshell, right?
I don't think the aliens would be that cruel.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't understand, you're thinking with your intelligence. That's like thinking your dog saying, I don't think my master would do this or that. They don't know what you'll do. You're going to take him to the vet and you're getting a needle. What? I didn't expect that. But before, that dog would be like, if he's talking to his buddies outside, he'd be like, oh, my owners would never take me to the vet. They're nice. Next thing you know, next week the dog's going to get a rabies
or like how we spayed and neutered the dog.
Yeah, we're doing good, but that don't feel good. You know what I mean? So it's we don't know what their level of thinking is. Their thinking could be like on a level of like what we would call a god. So anything that we basically would think would be irrelevant. We'd be like, I don't think that they would do this, and I don't think they would do that. And then that's because we're thinking with an intelligence that's maybe a million years behind, maybe a billion years behind. Because the way people think now versus the way, okay, back in just like a few hundred years ago, people wouldn't take anybody to the doctor, like to the hospital. They'll do it themselves with herbs. Well, that's stupid.
Okay,
sick, go to the doctor.
But there's one problem with that theory. One big problem. And
go for it, man. I don't defend it.
Cryptic right now.
If you got to talk on the phone, Bob, go ahead, man. I can wait.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Matt, he said he's gonna wait.
Take as long as you need, Bob.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Okay. I guess I don't need to talk on the phone.
Well, yeah, like, don't let me stop your real life, man. Like, you can message me. You can, like I told you, Monday to Sunday, you're always welcome. If you see me on PlayStation, you're bored,
there's...
give me a shout. I'm not doing nothing, and if I am, I'll be honest and say, hey, I can only talk to you for 10 minutes, and I'm going out the door. That could happen on a Monday if you bug me.
So
I always call it bug me, but I don't mean bug me.
Anyway, there's one huge person problem with that theory, and I'm glad you don't defend that one. Because his name's Einstein. Why let Einstein be that smart? You know what I mean? Why even let Einstein solve those problems if that theory wasn't filled with bunk?
Well, don't leave everything on Einstein. I'm not saying he's a smart man, but he's not going to be the last smart man. Maybe that wasn't his forte.
Or even Stephen Hawking.
I don't even know if he's real or not. Just because I don't know. I mean, he could have been saying shit from the government. We don't know. That's the truth. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy guy.
Who, Hawking or Einstein?
For Hawking. I mean, anything he was writing in all those books could have been written by the government.
Okay.
That don't mean, I mean, everybody's got their entitlement to have their own guess. I never think I'm right.
Yeah.
About most things. Some things I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure about the moon.
All I know.
Just because, it's just, I really tried to find videos that would prove it wrong, but everything I found was disappointingly the truth I didn't want to hear. Oh, there's this other thing too, and there's their talk, just to show you that I'm not a nut. I don't believe everything. They were talking about the flat Earth a few years ago, kind of got big on YouTube, so I checked into it, and I gave it, I would say, maybe 30 hours worth of viewing on YouTube. That's a lot of hours to watch. And my conclusion is the Earth is round. I do not believe it's flat.
Well, that's at least one. That's at least one thing.
And then the other thing is, I believe that there was a flood, and I don't know if it was. I don't know. Not so much if maybe it was God, maybe it wasn't. I don't know, but there was a flood. There's a lot of proof. There was some sort of civilization that was here before the flood, and the Bible talks about it. And then when you start digging around, find out that it was like these Nephilim stuff. And, so I don't believe the aliens put us here. I'm more on the God side of the coin. One of those few people that still believes in God. But I've debated it. I've had battles with myself over if there is God or not. Because I believed in God. I started off believing in God because I went to Sunday school and everything. And we had a preacher come in every Friday from kindergarten to grade 8 at our school. So I believed in God. Then I changed and then I believed that it has to be aliens. And then I did my own research and stuff with the flood and the Nephilim, and now I'm back on the God side. I've been there for a while.
Put down the amulet.
The thing is, though, knowledge is so tasty. Just don't believe what one person tells you. Don't believe what I tell you, and don't believe what school tells you. Find it.
The Bible doesn't. The Bible doesn't mention the Van Allen belt, though, Cryptic.
No, it don't, but it don't mention dinosaurs either. Fight. At least by name. God does talk in the Bible about this beast that he created that he's really proud of. And people think that he's talking about an elephant or a rhinoceros, but he says the tail is like a cedar tree. Rhinos and elephants don't have tails that big and long, so he was talking about some giant plant-eating dinosaur, in my opinion. But they're all gone now. I don't know. I don't know. It's the other thing I believe that can shock you is I don't believe dinosaurs died millions and millions of years ago. I think that's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh no, I absolutely agree with that one. I did.
Man, that chick, man, about 10 years ago, that chick found like a spongy stuff inside marrow, spongy bone marrow inside of a T-Rex bone. And there's tons of stuff on YouTube. All you gotta do is type in like T-Rex bone, fresh DNA, and you'll be amazed.
I disagree with you about the moon, but I agree with you about that. I disagree with you about the moon and the Van Allen belt, but...
Nah, I don't think anybody, man, that likes superheroes and loves America is not going to believe when somebody tells them about the moon. You'd be like, what? No way. Fight. I just like to know how you can get there in that tin can with technology that a wristwatch in the 1990s had more technology in it. They pulled a good one, in my opinion.
I've been to Cape Canaveral. I've seen the stuff that they claim.
You know that this one guy went up. They have not allowed to go up to the Apollo little Apollo craft anymore. You're not allowed to walk up and touch it. They got all this shit around, like those what do you call them? You know, like those like little barriers to keep you away with like a nice velvet barriers. Anyway, this one guy went to the one part of the NASA museum and he did a measurement of the shoulders and everything to do with the astronaut's spacesuit.
Yeah.
And then he went and did the measurements of the capsule that they got to come in and out of, and you wouldn't be able to fit in and out of because the spacesuit was too big. So then when he started asking questions about that, they won't let you go up to it anymore. They put the things around it. And to this day that you were there, you saw the velvet barriers. You can't go up and touch it. You know what I mean? You can't go up with a measuring tape and measure it.
You lie.
No, I'll give you a video, buddy.
Yeah, give me a video.
And the video is from the person who did it.
By all means, man.
Let me find it.
So yeah, I definitely agree with you about dinosaurs, though. That's obvious, man. That's obvious.
Fight!
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Set. Can Apollo spacesuit fit through the hatch? Maybe that's the video. I'm not gonna play this background music because it's gonna be annoying when you think. Okay, so I'm on the trail of the video I once saw, but I don't think this is the one. But I'm there now. So other people have videos out about this, so it's not just this one. There's more. And this title's called "Can an Apollo spacesuit fit through the hatch?" That's basically what I'm talking about, and if that's the video I like with the actual guy telling you the story that I just told you, then that's what I want to give you. But yeah, I mean, you can't pound a square peg through a circle, you know what I mean? I mean, when you start doing the math, and math don't lie, that's the thing, math never lies to you. Math is faithful, math is honest and truthful, and when you start adding shit up, Bob, my God. I mean, you got, and then a lot of people say this bullshit. Well, all these people are working at NASA. How would they somebody would know it was a hoax. You understand? The guy that's making the screwdrivers is in another company. He doesn't know what's going on. The guy that's making like side panels for the Apollo craft, he's not right there. He's like at another shop working, where they have all these contracts with different companies. And then when they're done the thing, the transport comes and takes the side panels, and then when you get there, the guys put it together. Like, everybody is separated. It's like that in a lot of jobs. That's why I get mad when people are like, well, everybody would have known, or somebody. No. Only a few people would have known. It's easy because, like, if you're the guy that's chopping that's growing green peppers, you don't know what's going to happen with them. I mean, are they going to Pizza Hut? Are they going to the grocery store?
Is someone sticking them up their butt?
Yeah, you don't
Are they
care.
going to Pizza Hut?
Yeah, your job is to grow the peppers, and you're getting paid, and it don't go anywhere past that because you're coming in every day to do your job, get your paycheck. You're not going to be like, I want to know where these peppers are going. I want to know, you know, nobody does that in real life. That's why I don't like when people say that there's no way to cover up a lie, because there is a lot of ways. Then you'll say, what about all those guys on the monitors? Oh man, I'd have to send a video for that. It's pretty easy to make every monitor see what you want somebody to see with a master computer back then. You fool a lot of people with a computer. They do it today.
Like I said, I'll believe it when you send it to me.
Yeah, like I said, I already got the one link here. I'll check it out later tonight after we're done talking. I want to send you a really good one. I don't want to send you one crappy one, but yeah, like I said, I'm on the trail right here. So it's like this video is Can Apollo spacesuit fit through the hatch? So that means there's going to be a lot of videos on this topic.
Check out some of my videos, though. Not my videos.
Yeah, I told you, I started watching that NASA one, but it was like, oh man, this is like a Space Channel propaganda. It's like me saying, I hate Hitler, and it's just say Hitler's in power, and I'm telling you I hate Hitler, and this is before he goes crazy, and you're sending me all these propaganda videos saying, "No, he's a good guy. Check him out. See him kissing the puppy." You know, I'd be like, "Man, what about those fucking Jews?" You're like, "But the puppy, man, the puppy." Like, oh, whatever, man.
That's awesome. Sorry.
You know, it just happens.
The puppy.
Your rage was caused by Kombat?
Yes.
Glad you're laughing.
Succumbed.
I haven't heard you crack it.
But
Sounds
then
like a cracked
our
egg.
confrontation, it unlocked memories. Memories not only from this
Okay,
time,
so Cryptic, I got bad news for you.
Wait,
What's wrong?
Timelines?
This is gonna be my last video.
Kronika has restarted time on countless
Not
previous
last
occasions,
video, but
using
this is
each
gonna be
timeline to
my
learn and to
my
perfect
last
her
fight
plan.
on this video.
The details
For-
of each
for
timeline
today.
are different, but in each one, events
Last
conspired
fight
to
for
bring
today.
Liu Kang and I into conflict.
Well, I'm watching still.
In each one, he dies.
Well, anytime you gotta
Only
go or
Kronika
anything you
has
gotta
such
do, you
power
know,
to
man.
control
I
time.
just gotta write.
Grab you by the leg and say, "Don't go, don't go, don't leave
Why
me."
do that?
I do not know, but be assured, Kronika will control us.
I know you
no
want to do
longer.
some of that writing
Uh-huh.
before Matt leaves at 4:30.
Uh-huh. Right on. So you understand.
Oh man, I'm as flexible as one of those things there that Suzanne Summers used to sell in the 80s or 90s. Remember she used to Chrissy Snow from Three's Company. Remember they used to have this. She used to sell a bunch of like,
Why set me against Liu Kang?
you know, lose weight equipment.
Is it not
She's got like this rock'em sock'em body, and you know she's telling like women that are like 400 pounds that if you use this, you can look like me. But here's my $20.
Do you think this is the first time
I'm gonna look like Suzanne Summers in 6 months.
We have repeated
She
this
probably
exact
quits in 2
conversation
days.
so
She's fat as hell.
Yeah, take me to Wendy's now.
This timeline will end differently.
Yeah,
we have
somebody
played
take
out
Mom to
all
Wendy's.
possible
She ain't doing
scenarios,
too
Raven.
good. What's wrong? She was using one of those Suzanne Summer things where you squeeze
You
between
are
the legs, a
welcome
thigh
to
buster.
try, of course.
She lost about 2 pounds and she's pretty angry. She wants to go get a
Thigh
date
master, right?
That's what it was. It was a Suzanne Summers Thigh Master.
Mom
I've
has-
seen a bunch of them. In real life, they were blue. I
Yeah.
think my mom might have had one, but my mom's not fat.
They
Like, my mom's not fat at all. Like, she's always been like, when I was a little kid, she was like slim and trim. But she still had one. Maybe that kept her in shape. I don't know, but no, I'm sure I've seen it at other people's too. You know, like I'd be over playing at a friend's place. I'd be like 12 years old, and there's a Suzanne Summers Thigh Master in the corner or something on the couch. It's like, oh, your mom has one too.
Where is he?
And then I can tell you something else, Bob. My friend, one street over from me, his name was Dave Smith. I didn't really like him too much, but we used to play road hockey together on the same street because all the kids got together. And then we'd go into his house and have like a freezy or something, and his parents would be working. It'd be summer, and there'd be no parents there. And I went downstairs, and I don't know. Oh, anyway, we've only got an hour, and then
I will add your soul strength.
Matt's got to go home.
And finally avenge myself upon Ray.
By the time you get all settled in, and that's going to probably take a few minutes. Oh, here's the channel's back. Your channel's back.
They will fight us.
Yeah. Okay, I might not be able to hear you, but I'm still here watching, and yeah, by all means, don't cut your time off with Matt, so because I know you like doing your writing to the end before he goes home. So, yeah, like I say, you can do this with me any day of the week. You're never a bother. That's for sure.
Kronika's Isle lies beyond the fog.
Watching her. Watching this chick on the boat start up. Right now, where the old man's got the wheel. Got the binoculars, taking a peek. What's coming? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Battleships.
There you go.
My ferries cannot fight a war.
This fleet is under my protection. If Charon falls, our fleet cannot sail. Protect him
One
at
thing
all
that-
costs.
I like to have the graphics and all that awesomeness of the Mortal Kombat, but I'd like to have like people from around the world fighting against each other, kind of like Street Fighter, but different. Maybe like more of an older. All the fighters are like old or something. Maybe like somebody from Egypt, Pharaoh or something like that. And then, you know, somebody like Rome, Gladiator. From like Gaul, from like the Roman time era, you know, just shit like that. Maybe an alien from zombie, you know, like a bunch of those fighters. I played a game sometime in the 90s. I can't remember what it's called. It's called hero character I like was this black guy and a white woman. Some evil sorceress cut them in half and sewed them together, and it's like they're two people in one. So like half a white woman and half a black man. It looks creepy looking.
I don't want to fight, but I've got to. For Jackie's sake
Kind of
and
break in
mine.
half. You get to see the video. She walks up in the video and cuts them right in half, top of the head down with a knife. Brave man. I used to like playing Kombat. I didn't think that I would ever have a favorite besides him. I knew there'd be other characters I'd like a lot, but I really like Total Kombat. Way better. Holy smokes. That was quite the combo. Jeez, what's walking around there? Jacks. I don't like a lot of the stuff in this game. That's all I do. Some of, like, the graphics are fantastic. The artwork sucks. I don't like how they really seem to are trying to get a new generation of people to love more Kombat. So a lot of these characters like look so young. They changed even the original characters a bit of their look. So they've lost this thing that they've kept all the way until now. And that's really hate this next generation of Jacks. All these other guys, I like their look. I like their hairstyle. They're kind of like looking too much like a type of person. Like how your average black guy, your average black guy would look through some of these hairstyles. Before it stayed on path, like that military haircut. Like that's this is a very disappointing job. Very, very disappointing. I love Jack. Mostly the Carl Wiggins or Witches. Either way, you don't have any Apollo Creed. That was my favorite guest star. But I like Jack's. God damn, so I don't like this guy. I like how his arms glow that color, that's cool. But
let me help you.
I just don't like it.